Upbeat, dramatic background music, crowd noise builds. Wait, did Matheus Cunha just call out Manchester United's boss directly? You won't believe what he told Sir Jim Ratcliffe about that £70 million U-turn and why it could change everything for United's future. Meanwhile, Erling Haaland drops a bombshell downplaying comparisons to Messi and Ronaldo like it's nothing. What's really behind his calm confidence and how does it shake the football world? Stick around because what happens next might flip the entire Premier League narrative on its head. We'll explain everything in this video, step by step, don't skip it. Asterisk, asterisk, energetic football, news narration script, asterisk, asterisk, upbeat stadium crowd, sound, fades in drums, whistles, cheers. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up, because the football world has just flipped upside down again. We've got drama, decisions, and a dose of pure madness from Manchester to Munich. Let's dive right in. First off, all eyes on Matheus Cunha, who's reportedly told Sir Jim Ratcliffe something every Manchester United fan's been screaming at their screens. Make the U-turn, Jim. Bring the magic back. Yes, you heard that right. Cunha's message to the United boss is crystal clear. It's time to rethink that £70 million transfer saga. The Brazilian baller believes the Red Devils need to go all in if they want to bring real firepower back to Old Trafford. And just when you thought the headlines couldn't get any bigger, boom! Erling Haaland steps up to the mic, and instead of bragging about his goals or breaking another record, the Norwegian cyborg decides to humble the football universe. He says, hey, don't compare me to Messi or Ronaldo. Now that's a plot twist worthy of a Netflix special. The man who scores goals for breakfast says he's not chasing legends, he's just chasing improvement. But let's be honest with Haaland's numbers, it's impossible not to draw comparisons. While Messi and Ronaldo wrote the book on greatness, Haaland looks like he's already started the sequel. Meanwhile, back at United, pressure's piling up, fans are fuming, and Ratcliffe's got decisions to make faster than a counter-attack from Pete killing Mbappe. So here's the £1,000,000 question. Can Manchester United pull off this massive U-turn and bring Cunha into the fold? Or will they let another golden opportunity slip through their fingers like a last-minute sitter? One thing's for sure, the football world never sleeps, and neither do the headlines. From Haaland's humility to United's chaos, the beautiful game delivers drama like no other sport on earth. Stay tuned, folks, because if today's news is this wild, tomorrow might just break the internet. And remember, in football, expect the unexpected, because that's where the magic lives. Crowd roars fade out, stadium lights dim, outro beat drops. Matheus Cunha has reportedly stepped into the spotlight with a message that's as bold as his playing style, urging Sir Jim Ratcliffe to make a complete U-turn on the much-debated £70 million. Decision, the Brazilian forward, known for his flair, energy and directness on the pitch, has now shown that same fire off it, delivering a powerful statement that's shaking up Manchester United's transfer room. Sources close to the club suggest Cunha believes Manchester United must go all in if they are to re-establish themselves as genuine contenders, not just in England but across Europe. And truth be told, he's not wrong. United's lack of identity and bite up front has become one of the biggest talking points of the season, and it seems Cunha's words have hit exactly where it hurts. Cunha's stance comes at a crucial time. United's management, led by Sir Jim Ratcliffe's new football structure, has been trying to balance financial discipline with squad improvement. But in football, balance can't buy brilliance. The Red Devils have spent too long hesitating, and fans are beginning to feel that hesitation in every missed chance, every goalless draw, and every drop point. The idea of turning away from a player like Cunha for £70 million seemed reasonable in the boardroom, but on the pitch, it's looking like a decision that needs to be rethought fast. Cunha, watching from afar, clearly sees the gap, not just in talent, but in mentality. He knows that great clubs make bold moves, and it's that boldness that once made Manchester United feared worldwide. The Brazilian's comments have injected a dose of realism into the transfer debate. He's seen the direction football is heading, clubs like Manchester City, Real Madrid and Bayern Munich making decisive, aggressive moves to build dynasties rather than rebuilds. In comparison, United's cautious approach has often felt like they're trying to tiptoe their way back to glory. Cunha's message, therefore, isn't just about his own future. It's a challenge to the leadership of Manchester United to remember who they are. This is a team built on risk-taking legends, on audacious signings, and on moments of courage that change football history. If Ratcliffe truly wants to reshape United's DNA, then it might be time to break the safe mould and bring in a player who can inject that chaos and creativity back into the squad. From Cunha's perspective, this is more than a business decision. It's a statement about ambition. He's not begging to be signed. He's daring the club to act like Manchester United again. It's almost symbolic the way he's called them out to make the U-turn, because in truth, the U-turn isn't just about £70 million. It's about turning around the entire direction of the club. For years, United have been driving through confusion, mixed strategies and half-hearted rebuilds. Cunha's challenge is clear. Stop circling the roundabout and finally take the turn toward greatness again. His fiery attitude reflects what fans have been craving: players who speak with passion and act with purpose. He's already made a name for himself with explosive performances, high pressing and an unrelenting work ethic. He knows what it means to fight for a badge, to grind for results and to give everything on the pitch. In a way, his words mirror that very intensity, aimed not just at Ratcliffe but at the entire Manchester United hierarchy that has been too comfortable for too long. Manchester United find themselves once again under immense transfer pressure, the kind that feels heavier with every passing match and every empty net that should have been filled. The noise around Old Trafford has been growing louder, with fans, pundits and even players subtly questioning the direction of the club's transfer strategy. The Red Devils are stuck in a cycle that has become all too familiar: endless rumours, negotiations that drag on and signings that fail to address the team's real problems. This time the focus is sharper than ever because the stakes are higher. With Sir Jim Ratcliffe's partial ownership and influence now shaping football operations, supporters expected a decisive shift in ambition. Instead, they are watching a club trying to juggle reputation, budget and reality, and it's not working. The weight of history is pressing down on United's current management. Every move is compared to the glory days of Ferguson, every signing measured against the legends of old. When a club has built its identity on dominance and ruthlessness, every act of hesitation becomes magnified. The current transfer market demands quick decisions, bold spending and strategic aggression. Yet United seem stuck between playing it safe, taking the leap that could restore their edge. This hesitation has placed them in an awkward middle ground, too big to rebuild quietly, but too unstable to dominate confidently. That's where the pressure comes from, not just from rivals or the media, but from the very expectations that United built for themselves. The Premier League landscape has evolved into a ruthless arena where even mid-table teams spend big to compete. Manchester City's efficiency, Liverpool's recruitment, intelligence and Newcastle's sudden rise have left United looking reactive instead of proactive. The club's recent transfer windows have been marked by chasing targets too late, overpaying for second choices and missing out on players who could have genuinely changed their fortunes. Fans have grown tired of the same storyline: a rumoured approach, a prolonged negotiation and then a last-minute fallback. This is not the United that once broke transfer records without blinking. Now every decision seems to involve layers of hesitation, public scrutiny and corporate caution that drain the excitement from their pursuits. Inside the club, Ratcliffe and his football advisors know that the current approach can't last. They are under pressure to deliver not just results, but vision. The next few signings could define whether United climb back into Europe's elite or continue spiralling in mediocrity. The frustration is visible from the restless fans in the stands to the players who sense the instability off the pitch. Every transfer delay, every missed opportunity becomes another reminder that the club hasn't yet rediscovered its identity. It's not just about signing players anymore, it's about proving that Manchester United can still act like Manchester United. In the middle of this chaos, even one wrong move could trigger an avalanche of criticism. The club's image, its global fan base and its ambitions all hinge on whether the leadership can finally start making bold, confident calls. Ratcliffe's team cannot afford another window of uncertainty because every rival move adds more fuel to the fire of frustration. Erling Haaland has once again captured the spotlight, but this time it's not because of his astonishing goal-scoring feats or another record-breaking performance. Instead, it's his humility that has the football world talking. When asked about being compared to legends Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, Haaland's response was surprisingly grounded. He played it down completely. In an era where confidence often borders on arrogance, the Norwegian striker's words carried a refreshing calm. He acknowledged the greatness of the two icons and made it clear that he's focused on carving his own path rather than chasing anyone else's legacy. This is the same Haaland who dominates defences, smashes records for fun and terrorises goalkeepers week in and week out. yet he continues to speak with a level-headedness that contrasts with the chaos he creates on the pitch. His statement sent ripples through the football community because it revealed a side of Haaland that not everyone expected. Here's a player who could easily boast about his goal-scoring machine status at Manchester City, yet he chooses to deflect praise and redirect it toward hard work and consistency. It's a powerful message, one that says greatness isn't achieved by comparisons, but by focus. Haaland understands that Messi and Ronaldo are not just players, they are eras, benchmarks of excellence that change football forever. Instead of trying to dethrone them, he's intent on writing his own chapter, one filled with goals, trophies, and a relentless pursuit of improvement. This attitude is part of what makes Haaland such a unique figure in modern football. His numbers are already staggering, but it's his mindset that separates him from so many others. At just 25, he's already been talked about in the same breath as players who define generations, yet he continues to frame his journey as just beginning. That humility doesn't make him less hungry, it makes him more dangerous. When someone who scores at Haaland's rate refuses to rest on his success, you know he's driven by something deeper than fame or headlines. It's the mentality of an athlete who views every goal as just another step, not a destination. At Manchester City, this mindset blends perfectly with Pep Guardiola's system. Guardiola has built a team based on discipline, intelligence and relentless efficiency, and Haaland fits that structure like a piece of fine-tuned machinery. Yet even in a team of superstars, Haaland's humility stands out. He celebrates teammates' goals with the same energy he celebrates his own, and when asked about personal accolades, he often turns the spotlight away from himself. That quiet confidence and maturity remind fans of why football needs figures like him, players who bring both power and perspective to the game. The Messi-Ronaldo era was defined by rivalry, records and relentless competition for supremacy. Haaland's approach feels different. He's not chasing ghosts, he's building his own empire. In doing so, he's winning respect from fans across all sides of the football divide, not just for what he does on the pitch, but for how he carries himself off it. Football has always been more than just a game. It's theatre, chaos and emotion packed into 90 minutes of pure unpredictability. This week, the spotlight shines on a mix of drama, humility and raw power that reminds everyone why the sport captures billions of hearts. The stories unfolding across clubs, players and press rooms show football at its most human, where egos clash, heroes rise and underdogs steal the headlines when no one's watching. The contrast between Erling Haaland's calm humility, Manchester United's transfer drama and the unrelenting pressure across Europe's top leagues perfectly sums up the beauty of the sport. Even when it's messy, it's magnificent. There's an irresistible tension that drives football's narrative. Clubs like Manchester United are under immense scrutiny, every move dissected, every decision questioned, while stars like Haaland remind everyone that greatness can come with grace. It's this balance, the madness of the headlines and the composure of the players that gives football its heartbeat. Every fan feels it. The fury after a missed chance, the euphoria after a last-minute goal, the disbelief at a refereeing call, all of it fuels the endless roller coaster that defines the sport. In one corner, billion-dollar empires battle for dominance. In another, young players fight for recognition, pouring their souls into every touch of the ball. The humility displayed by players like Haaland stands as a refreshing contrast to the chaos surrounding transfers and bordering politics. When one of the world's top strikers speaks softly while playing fiercely, it reminds the audience that football isn't just about noise, it's about moments of truth. The same week that Manchester United faces harsh criticism for indecision, Haaland calmly deflects praise and avoids comparisons to Messi and Ronaldo. That kind of grounded confidence becomes part of the game's poetic rhythm. It shows that even in a sport drowning in fame and money, humility still has power. It's a message not just for players, but for fans and clubs alike. Power without purpose means nothing. Football thrives on its contrasts. The noise of the crowd, the silence before a penalty, the tears of defeat and the pride of victory all coexist in one world. This drama and emotion make it unpredictable and electric. Every week brings new storylines, a giant stumbling against an underdog, a forgotten player making a comeback, a club in turmoil, rediscovering its spirit. The sport's energy comes from these fluctuations, from the struggle and the celebration that happen in equal measure. That's what makes it magnetic. It's real life played out on grass, with stakes higher than trophies or money. And through it all, the passion never fades. Fans keep believing, players keep pushing, and the stories keep unfolding. From the humility of Haaland to the frustration of Manchester United's faithful, football continues to offer something that no scriptwriter could ever replicate. It's drama that breathes, power that humbles, and chaos that somehow makes perfect sense to everyone who loves the game. The beautiful game continues to prove why it stands above every other sport on the planet, delivering chaos and magic in equal measure. Football has an unmatched ability to make the impossible happen, to turn a quiet stadium into a storm of noise, to turn despair into euphoria in the blink of an eye. Every week, across the world, new stories unfold that remind fans why they fell in love with it. It's not just about the goals or the trophies, it's about the feeling, the unpredictability, and the way the game connects people through shared moments of madness and joy. Football is emotion written in motion, and no matter how much it changes, that raw energy remains its beating heart. What makes football's chaos so special is that it's never predictable. A team can dominate for 90 minutes and still lose to a single flash of brilliance. An underdog can rise from nowhere and conquer giants. Every season offers a reminder that money, tactics and statistics can never fully tame the spirit of the sport. That's why fans keep watching, because they know that at any moment, the extraordinary can happen. From last-minute winners to shocking defeats, from managerial meltdowns to miracle comebacks, football thrives on drama that feels larger than life. At the same time, there's magic in how it unites people. Fans from completely different cultures and languages all share the same heartbeat when a goal is scored. A roar in Manchester can echo in Lagos. A victory in Madrid can bring tears in Manila. This shared passion transforms football from just a sport into a living, breathing global phenomenon. When people celebrate, argue or dream about the game, they're part of something much bigger, a worldwide story that never ends. Every player, every fan, every match contributes another line to that story, and it's this continuity that keeps the magic alive. The recent headlines, from Manchester United's struggles to Haaland's humility, capture that duality perfectly. On one side, chaos, the uncertainty of transfers, the frustration of fans demanding change, the endless speculation. On the other, magic, a superstar who chooses modesty over arrogance, a reminder that even at the pinnacle of fame, grace still exists. Football constantly balances these opposites, creating a spectacle where emotions clash, collide, and explode in ways no other sport can replicate. It's the blend of unpredictability and humanity that makes every moment worth watching. When fans chant, when players cry, when coaches lose their voices on the sidelines, that's football's essence. It's not polished or predictable, but that's why it's loved. The chaos keeps hearts racing, the magic keeps hope alive. Whether it's a local pitch or a packed stadium under bright lights, the same electricity runs through it all. Football doesn't just entertain, it inspires, frustrates and unites millions every single day, proving that its beautiful chaos will never fade. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like and subscribe.